Oh, hi there, and welcome to a day in the life of a pet sitter. This is the pet I am caring for 10 days, this lovely cat here. Yeah, it's been about 4 months of semi-full-time being a pet sitter. I did an entire cross-country trip from Los Angeles to New York, spent 3 months going all over the place, Grand Canyon, Colorado, Chicago, Nebraska, saw everything, and pretty much 90% of all the accommodation I'd have to pay was covered by pet sitting. Because with pet sitting, you kind of just step into a stranger's home, and in exchange for their home and having a place to stay, you take care of the pets, water the plants, take care of the house. And so that's kind of what I did, and it's kind of a win-win situation for everyone. It's like owner gets someone to look after the pets, I get a place to stay, everyone wins. You know, I had no idea pet sitting was even a thing. I didn't know this was possible. I was always just traveling around, staying at Airbnbs or doing rentals or hotels, which I spent a lot of money on. I found that most of my money ended up going towards just paying rent, and you kind of get stuck in this rat race cycle of working to pay the bills and the rent, and it keeps cycling back. But with pet sitting, it's pretty interesting. It's like a huge relief. You're not paying rent, you're not paying for accommodation, and you get an entire house that's all homely and whatnot. It's got the whole kitchen set up, all the decorations, and you're basically just immersing yourself in somebody's life for a short period of time, complete with the pets and everything. And that in itself is a very interesting aspect of pet sitting, because it's really a different kind of vibe and energy for every home, and it's not something you can really experience outside of pet sitting, aside from like your friends or family. But it's pretty rare that you just like end up in a stranger's home and just kind of take it over for a while. And I paid $120 per year to sign up for this, which I was a little skeptical at first because I hate subscriptions and just like annual fees and whatnot, but it totally paid for itself after the first pet sit, because at least Airbnb in the US, it's gonna be crazy expensive, like probably at least $100 a night there. So if you stay 2 nights, it's pretty much covered from what you would have spent on an Airbnb. And yeah, it's just such a relief, like not paying rent. I feel like I can just kind of take some time to relax and just be, and not like always in that constant worry of, okay, there's something I have to pay rent, I have to look for an Airbnb, which is going to cost several $100s for this week. And then yeah, but with pet sitting, it's just a huge relief, and all the pets I've had have been terrific so far. I've done dogs, cats, rabbits, chickens, and yeah, they've pretty much all just been fantastic. They're all just like, hey, the pet sitter's here, please love me unconditionally, and then throw the ball or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, the workload, it's not, you do have to, depending on the pet, if it's just a cat like here, it's very minimal work, just changing the litter box and feeding. But if it's a dog, of course you have to go for walks once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day. requires a little bit more work, but I wouldn't even call it work, really. I mean, you're just kind of hanging out with the dog, basically, feeding it and going for walks. So yeah, it's more like you're just living life with the pet for a while. So if you're a nomad or kind of a frequent traveler without a real home base like myself, this is totally perfect, and it actually it's more beneficial in that sense, in that you're more flexible with the times and the locations. So that's just going to get you more pet sitting opportunities, so you can really like fully fill your schedule based on that, and then you can just work on your remote job or your whatever you're doing in the digital space. And then sometimes I'll just do like Uber or DoorDash, because I can do that anywhere, and it's a minimum wage job, but it's when you're not paying rent, you can really save a lot of money even with minimum wage work, at least I've found. Yeah, and you get a nice cozy home to get comfortable in. And yeah, let's check outside even. Got this beautiful spring day. We got a wonderful pond out there. Some woods. Beautiful sunshine today. I just come out here, have a coffee, and just really enjoy the space. So, are there any downsides to pet sitting? Not really. I haven't really found any downside. The only real downside is that you can't be exact with the dates all the time. So you do have to be flexible, and you're probably gonna have some gaps in between your pet sits in which you'll have to figure somewhere else to stay or do Airbnb or whatever. But yeah, and then also, I guess if you want to do international pet sits, which I have not done yet, but I do find if you're looking outside the US, the UK, or Australia, they're pretty hard to get. There's not so many listings. All the listings are mostly just from expats from the US, Canada, UK, Australia, living abroad. So kind of slim pickings there, but yeah, I'm still determined to get one in Asia or Europe or South America. I'm gonna keep applying, and hopefully start an international pet sitting journey next. But yeah, I would say aside from that, it's really a win-win kind of situation. So I use Trusted House Sitters for this. I'll leave my referral link in the description below if you're interested. But yeah, if you're nomadic, if you're working remotely, and if you're like feeling it, like you're stuck in some cycle of paying rent and you're not particularly interested in that kind of thing, yeah, totally recommend. So alright, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time.